Hey everybody, welcome to this special edition of our blog. Today we celebrate 2 months in the villages. Yeah, this is as you saw from the intro there, it says 60 days in. Although believe me, it doesn't feel like prison down here. It's wonderful.
It's liberating.
But we decided on this edition that we would take some of the questions. Since we put our email address on the blog, we've been getting lots of emails from wonderful people, and we want to answer some of the questions that we've received. Some of them we've already answered online on the YouTube channel, but this way everybody that watches can get the benefit of the answers. So,
Right.
All right, I've made a list, so forgive me for reading these questions, but that's how I'm going to have to do it. Want to thank some people. We've had some regular contributors and people that have written us just awesome letters and have been very welcoming. And I want to thank Kathy, Jane, Melody, Shelby, Bonnie, Kitty, Jim, Dusty, Deborah, Joel, Diane, Carol, Catherine, Andrea, Julie, Vinny, Judy, Bruce, Mark, Marty, Linda, and Jill. Remember, we told you there are lots of Lindas down here.
I met another one. Where was it the other day?
They're all over.
Oh, it was in Dollar Tree.
Yeah, there's a Dollar Tree down here. That's good. But thank you guys for, and believe me, I'm sorry if I didn't read your name. There were a whole bunch, and we do appreciate it. All right, our first question is from Melody Lane. And Melody has her own YouTube channel. She does stamping and some other really cool things. You want to give her a look, Melody Lane. She said that she wants those birds that Linda wants. They have the same taste. Well, we want,
Yeah.
you know, we like the sandhill cranes and the
Right,
herons, and
right.
she saw the video. And she loves blings, and she wanted to know, where is that garden market that we visited on the last video? That market is on Highway 301. We went up 301 to the market at Marion, and when we were there, we were looking for figurines and animals for the decoration, and somebody there told us, head up the road about 5 miles, and you'll see it. It was actually more like 7 miles, but it was really, really worth visiting. And what was the name of that again? Moonscape.
Moonscapes.
Yeah, Moonscapes. You'll see it. There are whirly gigs.
You
and,
can't miss it.
Yeah, you will not miss it on the right side of the road, about 7 miles past the Market of Marion.
Yes. Oh, man.
All right. And by the way, thanks for the sunscreen suggestions. I know I needed them fair-skinned, and it's really been pleasant down here since we've been here, but the sun's out every day. Did rain yesterday quite a bit, but the sun's out most every day, and I do need sunscreen. So thank you for those suggestions. What happened was I'm rubbing it in or spraying it, and it's great. But then through the course of play, golf, or the day, somehow it gets in my eyes and burns. But I think we're going to try something different. So thank you for those suggestions. All right, William writes, what cable do you use? That's a big decision down here. We have Spectrum. The Spectrum was our provider back home as well.
Right.
But honestly, Spectrum has a wonderful product, but it's like the frog. One of my favorite analogies is the frog in the beaker. He sits in the water, they turn on the heat, it slowly raises the temperature of that water until he's cooked. That's kind of what they do at Spectrum. They'll get you a nicely priced plan, and you think you're happy, and then 1 month you'll realize the bill was $8 or $10 higher. Then the following month it'll be another $3 or $4 higher, and then they'll bump up a $12 or $20 charge. So I don't like it, but daggone it, she really likes TV.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
We both love TV. So, and that's what we plan to do on those days when we're in the honeymoon down here. We know it's going to get hot in July and August.
Yeah.
So we got to have our TV.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the air conditioning. Yeah. We love Netflix. Spectrum.
Okay.
Now, we have a dish on the house. We have DirecTV or Dish Network. I'm not sure. It was here when we came, but we didn't go with that. We went with Spectrum. We may have to change that up. Okay. what is the typical price for a new home? There is no typical price because there are, how many homes? 60,000 homes down here. You can get homes up in the old section, Spanish Springs, Orange Blossom Gardens, up in that area for 100,000. When that started in the 1980s, there were a lot of manufactured homes, and they're still there, and they're still being sold. So you can get a resale home for 100 grand that would still include your golf amenities, all your swimming, all your country clubs, all that stuff.
Sure.
So it would be good if you can live in one of those homes. But down here in the southern section, I would say the average home would be around $300,000. Now you can get some cheaper. We've seen them. And if you go to the Villages website, not website, but app, get the Villages app. It has a big V on it.
Right.
You can shop for homes on there, and you can put in your search parameters.
They'll
and
have all the listings, and you can put in the PIN number of the house, what it's listed, and then you can go through all the houses and see them, all the house plans. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's good. That's a good tidbit there. And one thing, when we came down on our lifestyle visit just 4 months ago, 5 months ago, we went through a bunch of houses, pre-owned and new.
Yeah.
And she made a list. She was writing down pros and cons and what we like and didn't like. And we loved almost all the houses we saw, but none of them really fit the bill. So she had a list of 15 favorite homes on that website. It allows you to click a heart and make that a favorite so you can track that home. When we got to the point of buying this house, all those homes were sold. All but one, I think, when we did it all.
Yeah.
So 15 or 20 homes were gone. So you have to act fast. And that's really why the realtor, I call it a realtor, it's really an agent from the Villages, and he was great, Steve Lightbody. He didn't want to show us pre-owned homes.
No.
Because he thought it was a lark. He thought we were down there just for the lifestyle visit. He didn't really think we'd jump on something quickly.
No.
And he said, down here, if you don't jump on it quickly, you don't get it. He was right.
Yeah. Oh, and back to the homes. A typical price is around 300,000, but they go all the way up to $1 million. There are some 1,300,000, but you're getting lots of land with it and a pool and a huge view. But typically they're 300,000. Yeah. But yeah, you can go from way down to way up. Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is a cutting point right here. I'm going to cut this video here.
Oh.
I'm going to start a new one because they get so long I can't manage them.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay, cut.
This is a cut.
Stop.
Cut right here. That's where I'm going to cut. Okay. Okay, we'll get ready. We're still recording, but I'll cut it right there.
It doesn't cut. Come on, go on.
Now this video may tend to go long. I'm sorry about that. There's just a lot of information, a lot of questions. What type of grass? This is from Mark. Thank you, Mark. What type of grass do we have on our lawn? Well, we have zoysia. I'm not sure of what species of, is that right, species?
Yes.
What type of zoysia? But down here it's green. It's still green right now. It's February 11th.
Yeah.
Is it 11th?
Yeah.
February 11th, it's green. The trees are green. Flowers are blooming outside. Zoysia. Julie's one of our best viewers. And Julie, thanks for all the great questions and the wonderful comments. What days do they pick up trash and recycling? And is it the same in all the villages?
No, it's not the same in all the villages because we've gone riding and seen garbage bags out. So our days are Tuesday, it's garbage and recycling, and you have 2 bags. Clear bag for the recycling and a not so clear bag or black or whatever for the trash on Tuesday. Then Wednesday you have your yard, we have our yard waste, and we have to put it in a brown paper bag that we have to buy at the stores. And then on Friday we have trash again, and that's the every color bag. But they do that in our neighborhood, and I don't know about the other neighborhoods. I guess it's the same.
Okay. All right. Mary writes, can Canadians live in the villages for 6 months a year? Mary, I have no idea.
No.
I think so. I mean, there are people here from everywhere. We hear all kinds of accents, but
I'm not sure about 6 months.
I don't know. That's just up to the immigration policy or the visa or whatever you have to get. I don't believe there's a wall up there yet. So come on down.
About that lady from ukulele.
Oh, there's a lady that plays ukulele with us, and she's from Canada.
Yes, and she told me she can only come for 4 months a year, but I'm not sure.
So evidently there's some sort of restriction, but you'll have to research
have to
that.
research.
But we hope we see you down here.
Yes, you'll love it.
Shelby says, can you hear your neighbors easily on the lanai? I don't think so. We have a glassed-in lanai. Now, over here, as I'm looking, the neighbor next door has screen. Now, if we had a screened-in lanai, we probably could hear them, but frankly, we don't see them on their lanais very much. So, no, we don't hear them. I did hear the horror stories, and I mentioned it when I wrote back that, people have been really upset because a neighbor would be a cigar smoker. Oh, I would hate that.
Yeah, I don't see very many people that do smoke down here.
Right, there aren't a whole lot of smokers.
I've hardly seen anybody.
But this guy had a neighbor that smoked on the lanai, and it what's the word, wafted over to their lanai, and yeah, that wouldn't be good. Or there are some about you can hear their TV, or one person said they could actually read the title of their neighbor's book. Those would be in what we call kissing lanais, where you look straight out the back of your house. You've got maybe 10 feet of yard. Your neighbor has 5 or 10 feet, and there's their lanai, so they're very close. But luckily, that's why we didn't buy down here the first time, because that lanai situation has to be perfect, or you're going to regret it.
Right.
So get yourself a lanai you can live with.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'd made a little note that Linda and we went to the library and got a library card the other day.
Yay, official.
Yeah, so we can check out books online. We can check out audiobooks. We can check out music and DVDs and all that sort of stuff. And that library is within golf cart distance. Yes. So not easy golf cart distance, probably 15 minutes, but we could. All right, we're going to go to page 2 of questions. This is from Steve. How are the resale prices? Well, Steve, I don't know. I can tell you this. The people that built this house and resold it to us, they got top dollar on this resale, let me tell you.
Yes, they did.
And it was competitive, so there were a lot of people wanting it. But we have heard that the resale value goes up about 6% a year. Don't know if that's true. I know back in 2008 we had a little recession and everybody's real estate kind of bottomed out. But right now it's climbing steadily. I don't think you can go wrong if you buy well here in the Villages. Let's see. Kara says, do you ever, this is a good question here.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking out at these palm trees, and she wants to know, do we ever see palm rats in our palm trees? No, we don't. I hope we don't ever see palm
We
rats.
haven't seen that yet.
Now, we were playing bocce one day, and
Yes.
one of you viewers actually saw a little mouse scamper across the sidewalk behind us.
Might have been a rat.
Yeah, it might have been a daddy mouse or a small rat, but no, we haven't seen any rats. The queen palm trees, as I'm looking at one right now, it has lots of voids and cracks and chinks in the bark, places for things, but we've never seen a thing. No snakes. We haven't seen any rats. We see lizards. That's all we see.
Yeah.
Baby lizards, small lizards,
Oh,
American
little.
anal
About
lizards.
that.
If you go to the when I was a kid, you would go to the pet store and they would sell them as chameleons because they do change color based upon what their environment is.
Yes.
So they called them chameleons in the pet stores back in my day. I don't know if they still do, but they're American anal lizards and they're all over the place and they're cute.
Yeah.
And they're good feed for the birds around here.
Oh, yes.
Dusty's another one of our great writers, and she's given us lots of questions. What would a house with a 2-car garage and golf cart cost? I don't know, Dusty. You can look on that village's website. I know you could get some for between $200,000 and $300, or $200,000 and $300,000. I would say for $250,000 you could get one really nice house with a golf cart golf cart garage if you look for a while. Joel, how tight does the association control the house colors, etc.? Well, I hope they control it pretty tight.
I think they do. I think it's pretty
If
tight.
you drive these neighborhoods, all the houses seem to be complementary colors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back home, I know of a house that was painted a bright cobalt blue.
Oh,
in
that
the
would
suburbs.
never go here.
Yeah, and it was, in my opinion, it was an eyesore. So hopefully they won't allow that. But I think anything reasonable is going to work. It just depends who decides what's reasonable. Steve, is the loss of freedom worth what you gain? Is it difficult to get used to the cookie cutter housing? Well, I don't consider this cookie cutter housing. I consider all these houses look nice in our area. Now, I told you up in Spanish Springs, up in the Orange Blossom Garden area, back in the 1980s, their homes were normal. Now today, that looks more like manufactured housing way up there. That's in the very northern part of the villages. Then you'll see as they build, the houses tend to be similar in a similar area. Down here, these are nice houses. Some have a hip roof, some have a mansard roof, a gable roof. Some are siding, some are that.
The stucco.
I don't know what the type of siding is, but I guess we used to say it was like fiberglass siding or a vinyl siding. And some are a shingle type siding. Yes. Some have stone veneer. Ours is a concrete block with stucco. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So there are lots of things, and there are lots of ways to express your individuality, but they have to confine to the system. So I don't think there's any loss of freedom here, because this is what we wanted. We wanted a controlled environment.
Well, there are no outbuildings at all anywhere. That is a control too, for sure. So there are some rules. We don't know all the rules yet, but
we had a killer shed back in
Yes,
Indiana.
we did.
We had a beautiful Amish built shed. I loved it, and we had a basement.
Yeah.
And here we have neither one.
But
we were going to get noisemakers out for our 2-month anniversary show, and they're in the attic, and we'd have to move the car and bring down the steps, get up in the attic. We don't have much storage, but we do have a little bit in the attic. But there's no loss of freedom. We like it that way. It may not always be that way,
Yeah.
but right now it's good. We like the tight control. He says, is it difficult if you are not a conservative Republican type? Well, Steve, I wouldn't know the answer to that question. But I'm pretty sure there's everything down here.
Yeah, I think so.
A little bit of everything. And there's a little online newspaper, I guess you'd call it a newspaper, called Talk of the Villages, TOTV. By the way, if you ever see the initials TV, it means the villages.
It means the villages.
So, Talk of the Villages has lots of commentary and lots of opinions and lots of discussions and some heated discussions and some political discussions. So you can get on there, you can check it out. I've seen people that were pro-Democrat and pro-Republican, and just about everything on there. Okay, Paul says, did you buy from the villages or an outside agency? We bought from the villages realtors.
Mm-hmm.
I call them realtors. I'm not even sure they're realtors, but they're agents. Mm-hmm. Ours was great, like I said, and he represented us well. Of course, buying is easier than selling. I mean, we don't have to pay many fees to buy a home, but when you sell one, you need to. So you can investigate that yourself. But homes tend to go pretty quick in here.
Selling is easy, I would think.
Now, I think if you price it fairly, especially in an established neighborhood like ours.
Yeah. They say the average person down here also that lives here long enough will buy 3 homes down here. They will move 3 times. So they must be able to sell.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Okay, here's a question from Richard. Do you know how often the Lifestyle Expo is held?
Oh, yes. We looked that up, and it's every month. There may be 1 or 2 months that they don't do it, but it's the first of the month. It's actually like March 1st, January 1st, every first of the month they'll have the expo. So, and it's something you really need to go see because it covers a lot of information about the villages and how to live in your home and the water and the irrigation, the insurance, the Medicare and everything, the lifestyle, the recreation. It's a great expo. You definitely need to go.
Okay. And Shelby says, have you been inundated with outside salespeople? Well, before you buy, and you'll see this, especially if you look at that Talk of the Villages, you'll see that they will warn you about people. I would say that the answer to that is no, we have not. We've had one person come to our door in 2 months, and that was a lawn service person that does some other lawns in the area that wanted to know if we wanted true green lawn production. That's where they spray fertilizer and weed killer and that sort of thing. And we weren't even home when they came. They left a card. So that's the only one we've had. But we've probably gotten 25 5x7 index cards in the mail,
Yeah.
offering us a prize, a welcome to the neighborhood prize.
Yeah.
We didn't respond to any of those because
No.
I know that's a come on for some kind of
Yeah, it
product.
is.
And I had 2 or 3 letters from a company that was trying to sell us a copy of the deed to our home. Now, their letters were trying to let us believe that we don't have a deed unless we buy one from them. It was about $100. 3 separate companies tried to sell us a copy of our deed. They would go to the courthouse, copy our deed, and send it to us, I guess. But that's a scam, too. Water softener scam is one here. They will come in, especially for the elderly people, and try to get a foot in the door and tell them that they need a water softener and then charge them an outrageous price. Water purifier and a water softener. So yeah, there are some, but we haven't had any, and we didn't bite on any of the cards that we got for free gifts. So that's probably one way they get their foot in the door. All right, we'll go to the next sheet. Tom wants to know, how did you get your pooch moved down there?
Oh.
Hey, wake up.
Hey,
We're talking about you. We're talking about you.
Oh, it was pretty easy. We had a little crate that fit Gizmo, and it was pretty small, but we had our car packed. So he sat right behind us, and we did the, 12-hour, 13-hour drive, and we stopped on and off to get him out and walk him around the parks and stuff.
He traveled great. It was much better and nicer than, but I think Tom has a big dog that doesn't travel well. So good luck to you on that, but we just did it ourselves. Yeah. Judy wants to know what's the name of our neighborhood. I think most of you know that by now. It's Dunedin. We live off of Hillsborough Trail in the village of Dunedin. How far are gas stations? She wants to know. Well, there aren't any gas stations right here in our neighborhood, but if we drove 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles to
466 or
466A, or back to Brownwood, or over here at Lake Deaton Plaza, we can get gas.
Yeah. It's not too far.
No, it's not too far. 5 minutes maybe.
5 minutes.
So easy gas. And she wants to know, what do the district access fees cover? I don't really know what they cover. I know that, look, there's a big lizard. See him running right there? I don't know what they cover, but once you come here, you're going to be amazed. Like I think told you guys last week, we saw the grounds crews tearing out beautiful flowers, putting in small flowers about 2 weeks ago. Something pays for that. The landscaping and all the medians, the picking up of litter. Palm trees regularly have branches die and fall and droop, and they have to be trimmed, and you never see these guys working, but it's always spick and span. I compare this place to Disney World. It's so beautiful down here, and there's big crews that do that and maintain the roads and the gates. You know, these gates have arms that come up and down when you drive through, and you have a pass. We have a pass. We'll demonstrate that one day.
They also spray for bugs and insects, don't they, during the night?
Yeah, we're getting back to those gates. I was going to say, about every 4 or 5 days, we'll come in the neighborhood and that arm will be broken off where somebody didn't wait long enough, drove through and broke the arm off. So something has to pay for all of that, and I think that could be part of it. Bridges, golf cart tunnels, stuff like that. All right, she wants me to hurry up because we've got a lot of questions
here. John.
Have we gotten a new license plate yet? John wants to know. Thanks, John. Yes, we did. That was a little bit of an experience. I mean, it was easy, but it's just the same as everywhere. You've got to have every document. You got to have your vehicle with you for inspection, and they charge you $400 to bring a car into Florida.
And I think you have to do it within 10 days of moving here, right?
30 days, I think. No, not sure. Don't ever take any legal advice from us.
No.
But yeah, we got it done, and we did it right away because I wanted to make sure that we got onto that Florida no income tax. You know what I'm talking about. So we got our legal address changed when we got down here. So we have, we're all Florida now. So we got our license plates. Have we found a doctor? No, we have not.
No.
Knock on wood. We're feeling good. We need to, though. But we have Humana insurance, and we need to find somebody that takes that. And that, I mean, I found some names, but some of them say not taking new patients. We'll find somebody, but
yeah,
we need to do that.
We need to get on that.
Did you ever spend the day doing very little or is all the new stuff that enjoyable? That's a good question. We do something lots of days. Today I have golf. We're getting ready to go out to the Metro Diner for lunch.
Awesome.
We'll walk later.
With Gizmo.
So we do stuff every day, but believe me, John, we get our share of recreation in. In fact, I like to say that I would write a book on relaxation, but it's just too much hard work. So yeah, there's plenty of time to relax. You only do what you want to do. You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
Marty says, what would be the daily itinerary if I wanted to come and visit? Well, Marty, I would leave all that up to the villages, and I would get one of those lifestyle visits. Now, depending on what time of year, when we came, it was $99 a night. We came in October. So I think, summer, fall, all the way up to December, it's $99 a night. You can stay 7 nights. Then it goes up for the winter because that's when the snowbirds come back, and it's crowded down here, and people want to come during the winter. I mean, who wouldn't? It was negative something in Minnesota, 20. Down here it was 75 degrees. So people want to come down during that time period. Let the villages plan that out. They'll give you a golf cart. They'll give you 2 bicycles. They'll give you movie tickets, golf passes. You can swim anywhere you like. You'll have a beautiful place to stay. Mm-hmm. I sound like I work for the villages.
Yeah.
But that lifestyle experience is a good way. I mean, it's
great.
It's nice. And there's no pressure. They did assign us an agent, and 2 days he took us around, but that was because we wanted to.
Yes.
He didn't push us to spend time with him. That was totally up to us. So.
He encouraged us to get on the cart and go and just explore our own selves. So that was really, really nice.
All right. He wants to know also, Marty, are there Catholic churches in the villages? Choosing a church is a big deal for a lot of people, and there is one here.
Oh, there's
lots of Catholic churches, but there's one nice big one near
really
on the way to
huge.
the church that we've been going to. So, yes, you can find a Catholic church.
Yes.
Lots of different churches and lots of non-denominational churches.
Oh, lots of everything, really.
Are the villages' pools heated? Marty's asking one more question. Yes, they are. What's the deal on that?
I think it's 85 degrees at all the pools, and there's no indoor pools. They just figure that if it's too hot or it's too cold or raining, you'll do something inside that day or go to the recreation centers. But it's 85 degrees, and we went in December, and it was nice outside in the 70s or 80s. It was 80 something maybe, and it was very nice. So it's great.
Okay, let's see about here. I think we're running out of questions. We're doing good. So we're going to wrap it up for this session of Q&A. It's our 60 Days In episode. And we do not want to escape. We like it here. And I would say we get questions from people all the time that tell us their story, that tell us we're retired, we're thinking about coming down, we're going to check it out. And first of all, it has to be for you. I know it's not for everybody.
No.
But I mean, if you're an active person, if you like to walk, if you like sports, if you love nature, if you love warm weather, this could be the place for you. And I say, if you're thinking about it, don't put it off. I mean, you know what? Actually, it's a proverb, but Clint Eastwood said it. Tomorrow is promised to no one.
Yeah.
So if you want to enjoy your life, enjoy good weather, have a blast, come on down and give it a try. Come to the lifestyle visit. Come down and rent for a month or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. We saw the lifestyle visit and we jumped on it because we thought we'd like it, and we really do. Now again, we're rookies, and we haven't been through the summer down here, and I know it's going to be blazing hot, but I think we'll adapt because the winters were pretty darn cold up there in Indiana, and we made that work.
It was ideal for us because we were retired, and we retired early. We were fortunate.
Teachers 55 with 30 some years experience.
Yes. So we were fortunate to do that and be able to do it. But our children and grandchildren didn't live with us, so they were grown and gone, and grandchildren live away. So it was just ideal.
Yeah. So it's there for you if you want it. I say, what are you waiting for? Come on down. And that's it for this episode. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.